Hello and a very good evening. You're now watching the Nightline with me, Razia Ahmad, and here are the headlining stories. The success and smoothness of the vaccination program in Sarawak can be attributed to the strong support from the Sarawak government. This was expressed by Deputy Chief Minister Dato' Amar Douglas Ugah Embas.
Terima kasih kepada rakyat Sarawak kerana membantu, kerana mereka sudi. The response are very good all over the place. Even in LUNDU nampaknya pun tidak ada masalah. Jadi kita di Sarawak kita cepat untuk membuat segala ini kerana kita diberi sokongan yang penuh oleh Yang Berhormat Ketua Menteri in terms of resources.
Ugah, who is the Sarawak State Disaster Management Committee chairman, added that the success was also facilitated by vaccine supplies obtained from the federal government.
We were able to do yesterday 56 because we have the vaccine supply. We have confident that the next 1 week or 2 weeks we have the supply. The CITF National has promised us to deliver the vaccine that we need. We also bid for Casino and waiting for the news. We hope Casino should be available by the end of July. Our estimate is we have requested about 430,000 a week.
For the record, Sarawak on Monday administered over 56,000 doses, bringing the total doses administered to over 1,500,000 doses, with 1,200,000 first doses and 326,000 second doses. There are also 313 vaccination centres in Sarawak, including public and private PPVs, health clinics, mobile teams and government hospitals.
Meanwhile, Ugah, who is also the Minister of Agriculture, Native Land and Regional Development Sarawak, confirmed that there are no cases of the African swine flu detected in the state so far. He added that the Kapit Division and Tulang Usan District in Miri Division were declared as African swine fever disease control areas following an outbreak in 2 nearby Indonesian provinces.
I think you have seen our statement. Yeah, so there's a lot of things viral in the social media. Our men are on the ground. So far, until today, Sarawak is still free of African swine fever. Tapi oleh kerana ancaman yang mungkin datang dari pihak Kalimantan, maka kita kena declare di area border area as a control area, kawasan kawalan. So once that is gazetted, then we can take various measures. This is not a new measure. Kita dah dulu memang kerana Sarawak is free from African swine fever. Jadi I think even last year we have imposed a ruling tidak dapat membawa pork product from export into Sarawak. So this is nothing new. Cuma now the threat come from the border, so we have to declare a certain area to be kawasan kawalan.
At the same time, the Department of Veterinary Services TVS Sarawak Director Dr. Adrian Susan Ambut said his department is aware of a report of dead wild boars in a neighbouring northern Kalimantan.
We received news report. If you check from Kaltim Tribune, Indonesian news lah, it was reported that wild boar died at Nunukan Province, Kalimantan Utara. It was reported a lot of wild boar died at that area, and at the same time, because Sabah also already infected, 12 districts already infected. So we suspect that the wild boar may get infected. I think from Sabah and into Kalimantan Utara, then near the border. That is what we suspect lah.
However, Dr. Adrian assures the public that local pork and pork products are still safe for consumption.
African swine fever is not zoonotic, so the virus does not affect human. And then as Sarawak is free of African swine fever, so pork consumption is okay. I mean, safe to consume pork in Sarawak. So the public no need to panic lah.
Two men who went viral on social media recently for pointing a firearm at a victim were successfully arrested by police 24 hours after a report was lodged. The arrests of both men were made based on police intel and public tip-offs.
Kuching District Police Chief Assistant Commissioner Asmon Bajah said both suspects were arrested in two separate locations in Kota Samarahan around 5 p.m. on Monday.
Suspek ini berumur 19 tahun dan 25 tahun. Kedua-dua memiliki rekod jenayah narkotik dan kita masih menyiasat.
They also admitted that they were the individuals in the viral video. Following the arrest, police seized a license permit along with a Winchester 12-bore shotgun and a machete believed to be the weapons used in the recording.
Selain itu, kita akan mencadangkan kepada pihak berkuasa tempatan untuk mengkaji lesen senjata ini sebab senjata ini adalah yang berlesen. Jadi kita sedang menyiasat bagaimana dua suspek ini boleh membawa senjata ini pada masa kejadian sedangkan mereka tak berlesen dan senjata ini dimiliki oleh orang yang mempunyai lesen senjata api.
It was understood that the incident was instigated by personal issues and debt owed between the suspects and their former employers, one of them involving a car loan. The clothes that the suspect wore in the video were also seized and will be investigated under Section 506 of the Penal Code, Section 8 in bracket A of the Arms Act 1960 and Section 6 of the Corrosive and Explosive Substances and Offensive Weapons Act 1958. Meanwhile, an online gambling operation center, which raked in up to 16,000 ringgit a day, was successfully busted by the police during a raid at a residential premise in Jalan Song on Sunday. The premise was believed to have been operating for 6 months with 480,000 ringgit in monthly revenue. 6 individuals ranging from 19 to 29 years of age were also arrested in the raid, aside from the seizure of computers, mobile phones, and other equipment to assist in investigations. The case will be investigated under Section 4 in bracket 1 in bracket G of the Common Gaming Houses Act 1953.
Drug dealers are trying to be smarter, more creative. This time, they are trying to smuggle drugs on buses. A man in his 30s was arrested after he picked up a package that was believed to contain drugs. The local man was arrested by the Royal Malaysian Customs Department at the Kuching Central Bus Terminal around 6 p.m. on Monday.
In a statement, RMC's director Herman Shah Abdullah said that early inspections found that the package was sent from an individual in Miri. Upon further inspection, the package was found to enclose 48 smaller packages containing white powder believed to be a form of MDMA ecstasy that has been mixed with juice powder. The powders weighed about 2.3 kilograms and were estimated to be valued at over 140,000 ringgit. RMC also confiscated 889 ringgit in cash and a vehicle estimated to be valued at 25,000 ringgit. The case will be investigated under Section 39BA of the Dangerous Drugs Act 1952 on the offence of distributing drugs, and if found guilty, the offender could face the death penalty under Section 39B2 under the same act.
Continuing on with our crime news, a woman who is serving as a government servant was remanded for 6 days on allegations of falsely claiming to supply and distribute durian saplings worth 1 million ringgit. In regards to this, Magistrate Leona Dominic Mojiliu has issued an investigation order under Section 18 of the MACC Act 2009, as requested by the Malaysian Anti-Corruption Commission investigator Nurfaida Roslan. According to case facts, the suspect made false claims involving 28,805 musang king saplings to an area under Lambir State Constituency. MACC also revealed that the suspect was arrested on July 5th, and she is believed to be the third suspect in the case following the arrest of 2 suspects in Kuching on June 24th. If found guilty, the suspects could be fined up to 5 times the amount of bribe received or receive a 10,000 ringgit compound, or whichever carries a bigger amount, and maximum prison of 20 years. The fraudulent claim was made in December 2019 when the supply service was not completed fully, even though payment for the claims have been made. The suspect will be remanded until July 12 for a retrial. Previously, 2 men aged 57 and 46 were issued remand orders on June 24th under the same case by Magistrate Zaiton Anwar after receiving a request from MACC.
Dan ingat, usaha tidak akan pernah mengkhianati hasil.
Jangan lupa bersama saya, Datuk Dr. Medley Burma, di Econ Roundtable pada minggu ini. Kita akan membincangkan sektor pertanian di Malaysia amnya dan Sarawak khasnya bersama Stephen Ng dan Munir Hashim Abdullah, dua tokoh perniagaan dalam sektor ini. Eksklusif hanya di TVS, saluran 122 Astro dan My TV.
Guys. Oh, ya, cerita tu. Oh, cerita tu ada mainkan cerita tu.
Ada dengan pembantu simping. Ada Mak Zela, ada Mia, ada Pia Mandi dan ada kami sekali, Sri Chris. Guys, Tok bukan borak biasa-biasa guys. Tok adalah borak teh sipeng setiap hari jam 2.15 petang di TVS saluran 122 Astro dan My Freeview. Borak teh sipeng.
Hai, kenaklah complicated juga. Tak pernah ada sesuatu yang senang untuk kita capai.
Nol apa sebenarnya? Kafe ataupun
Alex.
Kafe ataupun Anda main-main lah. Kau tanya aku madah lah. Kafe ataupun Aku mau kau pilih. Kafe atau top.
Benda ada depan mata kau. Dah terang lagi bersulur. Lagi juga aku si nampak.
Apa yang saya nampak? Apa kata chemical sekali? Pergi dengan Su.
Hey, sayangku.
Welcome back. And now for COVID-19 updates in Sarawak. Once again, the number of new recoveries from COVID-19 in Sarawak has surpassed the number of new positive cases with 371 recoveries. This brings the total number of recoveries in Sarawak to 56,745 people, or 84.35% of cases. Meanwhile, 286 new positive cases were recorded. 199 of these cases, or 68.58%, were detected in the divisions of Kuching, Subis, Miri, Cebu, and Bintulu. Unfortunately, 2 new deaths due to COVID-19 were reported on Tuesday, involving a 59-year-old from Pakan and a 56-year-old from Cebu. A new cluster was also declared, the Sungai Sengkabang cluster in Subis. It is a community cluster involving 2 longhouses under the Enhanced Movement Control Order. Jalan Dato' Permaisuri Miri cluster, Ulu Sebakong Muka cluster, and Kampung Hilir Lingga cluster in Sri Aman have ended after no new cases were detected in 28 days. Meanwhile, the Enhanced Movement Control Order will be implemented in 7 areas, 2 areas in Sarike and Sarato respectively, and 1 each in Bintulu, Julao, and Kuching. The MCO in Kampong Poai, Sri Aman, has been extended from July 7th to July 13th. 76% of Lumut District residents have received at least the first dose of the COVID-19 vaccine, while 35% have completed both doses. This figure makes Lumut District one of the fastest districts in the vaccination program. Tanjung Datu Assemblyman Dato' Amar Jamilah Anu is confident that the district could reach its target of full vaccination by August.
Setakat ini di kawasan negara Lumut seramai 18,851 yang telah mendapat dos pertama di daerah di Lumut, iaitu termasuk N1 dengan N3. Dan harapan kita juga dari Lumut adalah supaya dalam 15 Ogos kita dapat vaksinasi dengan sepenuhnya. Kalau tidak pun dalam 95% dari jumlah penduduk-penduduk yang ada di LUNDU. Dan pihak kita juga telah pun mengadakan PBB di outreach program di Sematan, di mana setakat ini lebih 1,000 orang telah pun divaksinasi dan kampung Teluk Melano dan Teluk Serabang telah pun mendapat iaitu 100% mereka divaksinasi.
Sarawak Islamic Council MIS has set new guidelines that will be enforced starting July 7th, allowing Friday prayers with not more than 400 people at the Sarawak State Mosque. The congregation limit for district, regional and Karya Mosque is set at 200 people. However, surahs are only limited to 100 people.
MIS also ruled that obligatory prayers are allowed at the State Mosque, limited to 150 people, while district, regional and Korea mosques as well as surahs are limited to 100 people. Regarding funeral matters that do not involve COVID-19, the Sarawak Islamic Council allows funerals to be done at mosques and surahs limited to 10 family members. The funeral manager is also allowed to be there, following the appropriate amount. The guidelines will be enforced starting July 7th until the Movement Control Order MCO ends or until further restrictions apply.
Recently, there has been COVID-19 outbreaks in psychiatric wards due to an increasing number of patients. The Minister of Health, Dato' Sri Dr. Adam Baba, revealed that the outbreaks occurred in 2 general hospitals.
To ensure infections do not spread to other hospital wards, Dr. Adams said containment efforts will have to be carried out meticulously. Numerous measures have been taken to control the virus from further infecting those who are under psychiatric care. Among the steps taken is by conducting primary COVID-19 screening, and it will involve most, if not all, of the patients in the psychiatric wards.
On a related matter, about 33% of Malaysians from the B40 category are suffering from one or more non-infectious diseases. However, according to Health Minister Dato' Sri Dr. Adam Baba, there may be a different concern that should be addressed.
Seramai 151,729 rakyat kumpulan B40, iaitu 33% daripada 457,462 penerima apa yang dipanggil skim peduli kesihatan. Jumlah ini melibatkan kumpulan B40 yang sebelum ini tidak pernah mengetahui mereka menghadapi penyakit tidak berjangkit.
The most prevalent non-infectious disease detected through PK B40 is high cholesterol at 29.8%, followed by hypertension at 13.8%, diabetes at 10.4%, depression at 1.6%, anxiety at 1.4%, and others such as obesity.
Untuk makluman, sebelum menjalani saringan kesihatan PKB40, mereka tidak pernah sebenarnya menjalani saringan kesihatan seumpamanya, apatah lagi mendapatkan rawatan susulan. Untuk itu, skim PKB40 yang diuruskan oleh Protect Health Corporation Sdn Bhd, iaitu anak syarikat tidak berasaskan peruntungan milik penuh Kementerian Kesihatan Malaysia, memberikan 4 manfaat. Yang pertama, manfaat pertama, saringan kesihatan sendiri. Kedua, saringan kesihatan. Kedua, bantuan alat perubatan sehinggalah kos menjangkau 20,000 boleh diberikan. Ketiga, insentif melengkapkan rawatan kanser berjumlah 1,000 dan insentif tambang pengangkutan sehingga RM1,000.
PK B40 was established in April 2019 and has been gathering data from all applicants until December of last year. Applicants underwent a series of health screening, including health history, physical checking, mental health screening, prostate and breast cancer screening, as well as blood and urine tests. Dr. Adam further added a total of 62.5 million ringgit was spent on the PK B40 group, and of this amount, 38.5 million ringgit went to the health screening efforts. A total of 800 food baskets were distributed to ease the burden of residents living around Samarahan and Muara Tuang areas.
After almost 2 years of being affected by the COVID-19 pandemic, many are adversely affected as a result of this outbreak, with many have lost their jobs, homes, and even their loved ones.
Tidak yang kita sumbangan kita pakai, karena kita dia tu pun dah ada budget lagi kita berapa tahun tu dah. Ya kita itu baik sikit beketuk pun hati kita udah lega mimi.
Bersyukurlah bisa beri kita pakai mimit. Nama tu dah beri pun okey lah. Nama tu beri perintah. Terima aja. Jadi oleh kita yang makai oleh nopik balan nak mimit pun okey lah.
Kami minta terima kasih jasa baik kita orang.
Meanwhile, Kota Samarahan Member of Parliament Rubiah Wang said the community pantry proved to be a success in helping those in need as well as ensuring that no one is left behind.
Covid-19 ni kita tak fikir pun orang B40 ya. Sebenarnya M40 dengan T40 pun terlibat apabila pergerakan kita di orang kata pergerakan kita disekat. Ada duit pun tak guna kata oleh orang kampung. Jadi sebab ialah kita merasakan dengan adanya inisiatif macam ini sedikit sebanyak memberi ruang peluang kepada mereka yang tercicir untuk mendapat support daripada komuniti sendiri.
My name is Sim Kun Hyung. I'm a restaurant owner, gym owner, and a personal trainer. So I've been in this industry for around 18 years. Specific on ladies fat loss program, ladies training on gym weight training and a fat loss course and a nutrition program. Yeah.
Priscilla John.
Aku Studawi.
Anda nak ingat bila ingat kami duai bak program Panggal Kitai.
Nanti yang hari Minggu pukul 3 lemai bak TVS Channel 122 Esro ngau my preview. Berperanau Seraya berperindang.
Sebenarnya aku tak nak kacak. Sebab dia kacak. Betul. Nak Elia makeover anda? Boleh. Elia dan tim akan makeover anda. Jadi jangan lupa saksikan Hias di Astro 122 dan My Preview. Tim? Elia belum lagi makeover. Akan berfixing items happy beranak bak kandang menua pukul panting ingat kita yang memang terutama di madah kecaranya and we can see
salam sejahtera.
Warnailah hidupmu, tampilkanlah bakat baru. Sarawak pasti maju, menginspirasi duniamu.
Moving on to world news. Rescuers in Japan waded through mud, rock and debris in search of 24 people still missing on Tuesday after heavy rain triggered a massive landslide in the seaside city of Atami 3 days ago on July 3rd, and which claimed the lives of 4 people. Police, firefighters and military personnel resumed rescue operations on Tuesday, July 6, after they were suspended for the night on Monday. The operation heavily depends on rescuers working with their hands, as the use of heavy machinery has been deemed too dangerous for any survivors who may be alive under the mud. Atami, with a population of 36,000, is 90 kilometers southwest of Tokyo and famous for its hot springs resort. The landslides are a reminder of the natural disasters, including earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, and tsunamis that afflict Japan, where Tokyo is set to host the Summer Olympics starting July 23rd. At a height of 21.16 meters, 3.5 meters higher than the previous record holder, The world's new tall sandcastle was unveiled in Denmark last week. The sandcastle, built in Blokhus in northwest Denmark, broke the Guinness World Record, where it was previously held by a sandcastle made in Germany in 2019, which was 17.66 meters. Dutch designer Wilfred Steger said the corona pandemic had inspired the sandcastle. At the top of the castle, he put a coronavirus bacteria as a crown to illustrate how the virus is ruling our world and not allowing us to do what we want to do. Like many other big sandcastles, it is made as a triangle in order not to collapse, and a wooden construction was erected around it so that the around 30 artists could cut the figures in the sand. Around 4.8 tons of sand were used to build the sandcastle. The sand is made up of 10% clay for it to stick better, and when the sandcastle is done, an extra layer of glue is put on to make it last through most of winter. The Guinness World Record was measured by an authorized surveyor and signed by witnesses and will be in the book's next edition. The Sand Sculpture Festival in Blokhus takes place every summer. A smartphone material developed by researchers at the National University of Singapore allows robots to sense nearby objects and repair itself when damaged, just like human skin. It's all thanks to a smartphone material developed by researchers at the National University of Singapore. Here's how this robot can tell when an object is close. It can sense proximity, pressure, and it even self-heals, just like human skin. The idea is to apply the smartphone onto robotic hands to make robots more intelligent and responsive to human presence. To replicate the human sense of touch, the sponge-like AI foam has been infused with microscopic metal particles with tiny electrodes underneath the surface. When pressure is applied, the metal particles become closer within the polymer matrix, changing the electrical properties. These changes can be picked up by the electrodes connected through flexible wires to a computer, which then tells the robot what to do. Benjamin T. is the lead researcher on the project. The smartphone can also repair itself when damaged. When cut in half, it can fuse back into one piece. Benjamin T. and his team hope the material could be put into practical use within the next 5 years. A kindergarten in Pyongyang is using multimedia tools to teach young students foreign languages. In a video provided by North's official news agency KCNA, preschoolers were seen watching a cartoon video to learn English, repeating greetings in the language while singing and dancing in class. KCNA said the school had adopted new pedagogical methods to better appeal to the children. North Korean local teachers said they have produced the multimedia content to teach English to kindergarten students in class. These children's cartoons in English have themes that are familiar to their daily lives, and they are very popular among the students as well as their parents. North Korea has introduced the universal 12-year compulsory education system consisting of 1 year of kindergarten, 5 years of primary school, 3 years of junior secondary school, and 3 years of senior secondary school. Phonosapien is a term used to describe a generation of humans who are mostly glued to their smartphones. The interaction with our phones are unintentionally integrated with our daily behaviors, such as while eating, working, socializing, maneuvering, and even walking. There are many instances of people falling into a pool of water or bumping into light poles while walking and looking at their phones simultaneously. The third eye, designed by Minwook Paeng from South Korea, is meant to keep photosapiens from harm's way.
When we look down at the smartphone, we are not able to look forward. So I evolved to have the third eye. The eyelid of the third eye opens and closes according to the user's sight angle.
The third eye is encased in a translucent plastic case that is stuck on the user's forehead with a thin gel pad.
Sensor on the device can detect when a user bends their neck, and that causes the eyelids to open. This black component that looks like a pupil is an ultrasonic sensor which can detect obstacles ahead and warn the user with a beeping sound.
But it is important to note that Min Wook, through his social media posts, said that this idea was not meant to solve the ongoing problem, but as an ironic and critical design to mock our dependency on our smartphones.
Well, that has been the Nightline. As always, thank you for watching. I am Razi Ahmad for TVS. Have a good night and stay safe.